What's going on, guys? Trev back again here to bring in that video. This one's going to be doing a comparison video between Walking Dead Season 1 and Walking Dead Season 2, and which I like better, which I prefer. So right off the bat, it's kind of hard to compare the two because the first season was only 6 episodes. The second season was 13 episodes. So being that it was more than twice in length, I mean, obviously the advantage would have to go to the second season right off the bat when you see that it's more than twice as long. But the thing about it is that the second season actually had a smaller budget than the first season. So those episodes in the first season cost, more than twice as much to actually film, which is surprising because when you actually think about it, if you've seen both of them, a lot of the same things they did in the first season they did in the second season. The season finale, there were a ton of zombies, and I mean a ton. They set the barn on fire, all kinds of other things that you have to imagine would have cost a lot of money. I think when I compare the two of them, the biggest difference between Season 1 and Season 2 is the environment they're in. So in Season 1, we get to see them in some really cool environments. We get to see them inside the city. We get to see them in the CDC for a couple episodes. The camp. So we got a lot of different locations throughout it. We got to see the big city just infested with zombies. And at the end of the first episode, one of the coolest shots in the whole show probably is where Rick is, I think he's in the tank or around the tank, and the camera zooms up and there's just zombies everywhere just coming in at him. I thought that was really cool. And then the episode Guts, where they're stuck inside the building and then they end up getting their way out, making their way out of there. I thought that was super exciting too, with all the zombies chasing them and everything, and how they did that. So right off the bat, those two episodes were great. Going back and finding the camp, seeing those other characters there was, okay, a little bit slower, a little slow down pace after the first two big episodes in the series. And then after that, getting to see the Vatos episode, which was exciting. I wasn't too big a fan of it. I think it might be the weakest episode from season 1, but lots of cool stuff happens. The camp gets attacked, all that kind of stuff, and then they end up leaving as a result. So then we get to see the CDC, which I thought was actually very, very well done, and a decent season finale. I'll have to say though, the second season finale beat it pretty bad in my opinion. I mean, it beat it really bad because the season 2 season finale just blew. I mean, that season finale was amazing. Blew it away in every way, shape, and form. Having so many zombies like that, having the farm getting attacked, also having Better Angels where Shane died, and that whole thing getting finally played out. The episode 18 Miles Out where Shane and Rick are fighting, awesome. Dale dying in that episode was great near the end of the second season. So if we're gonna break it up and go for the beginning of each season, so let's say the beginning, the first 4 or 5 episodes from season 2, the first 2 episodes from season 1, to compare the two of those, they're both super exciting. I'd have to say, I think probably the better part would be season 1. I like the beginning. I really like the beginning a lot, directed by Frank Darabont, the first episode, and it's probably the highest quality episode in terms of direction, in my opinion. And it's just got a different feel than the rest of the series, and it's really got like a movie feel. It feels like a movie, it really does. So at the beginning, I got to go with season 1 for the first couple episodes and the start of it. But then as you get into it and the finish, I really have to go with season 2. The middle, okay, the middle part where you have, let's say, episodes 2 and 3 of the first, no, sorry, 3 and 4 of the first season, and in the second season, let's go from like 5 all the way through to like, let's say, 8 or 9 type thing. I mean, the second season with Pretty Much Dead Already and Sophia being in the barn and all that stuff that happens there, amazing, amazing stuff. Surpasses the first season in my opinion, right there with everything that happens with that. The episode of Nebraska where you've got the Dave and Tony in the bar with Rick, awesome stuff. Doesn't get any better than that stuff right there. And then the whole gunfight between them and the other group, bringing in, I mean, this was all stuff that we didn't have in the first season at all. So in terms of that, I gotta go with the middle part goes to the second season, no question about it. And then the season finale of the second season, absolutely destroys the CDC. I thought the CDC was a lot of fun, but I thought maybe they should have had a couple more episodes after that. You know, maybe give us a couple more, like 1 or 2. I mean, 6 episodes is crammed. I mean, I know that that was what was ordered, and that was what they had to do. But if you're going to do that, maybe make the CDC 1 episode and just have like some time skips throughout it, you know, and just then have something else happen afterwards, like the beginning of the 2nd season where they get stuck on the highway. Maybe have that happen as a season finale to season 1. That would have made it even better. So I guess what I'm saying is, as good as season 1 was, and it was really good for 6 episodes, really, really well done, I have to go with season 2. Season 2, I think, even if you were to take out like half the episodes, I still think season 2 is probably better, more interesting, a lot more fun. I mean, you get to see the death of 2 really important characters that have been there since the beginning. You get to see the awesome stuff at the end of the farm going down, everything like that. Pretty much dead already with Sophia in the bar, and that whole arc was great. The beginning on the highway with the herd, I definitely got to go with season 2. Even though the environment is not as cool as the city, it's still just awesome. Oh, and I forgot about Save the Last One too, with Shane shooting Otis in the leg, starting to see that twist in that character. Man, season 2 was great. So I still think, even though, you know, there's obviously a huge difference in the amount of episodes, I think season 2 was the better season. Even if you were to cram it down, I'd still have to say it was better. Season 1, the thing about it is you're just getting introduced, you're just getting into the story. So you don't have that. It's a lot of introductory stuff. So, you know, there's no knock against, you know, the directors or the writers or anything, but it's just season 2 is like it got underway. You know, it's like a good sequel. You know, you go see a movie, for example, Batman Begins is good, but then you go see Batman the Dark Knight and you're like, yes, you know, that's a good sequel. Now, sometimes it can go wrong, but if, you know, if they do a sequel right, it should always pretty much surpass the first, because you've already set up the characters. You don't have to reset them up. Now you can do things with them, you know. Shane as a character had been set up in the first season. We knew who he was. We know his struggle, everything like that. Now let's really get to see some really, you know, interesting situations that he's put in. And I think that season 2 did that, and I definitely, when I compare the two, I got to go with Walking Dead season 2 as being the better season. I guess we'll see what happens in season 3, and if it's even better than season 2. I have a hard time though, because I think that Shane was such an interesting character, and getting to see that whole arc of him and Rick and everything that happens with that. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the topic. Did you like The Walking Dead season 1 or season 2 better? Trev says season 2 is better. Later, guys. Peace.